Coming up on DC News Now at 4, more controversy in the battle for the FBI's new headquarters. Details on the new investigation into the selection.
Some rain showers are back in play on your Friday. We'll let you know if any of this rain lasts into the weekend.
Then a look at the life and legacy of Henry Kissinger, who died at the age of 100.
Plus, the national Christmas tree being lit in just a few hours. We're live outside the White House, counting down the excitement.
And the holidays are a time for big meals and big savings. Our consumer reporter is helping you stretch your dollar at the grocery store.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thanks for joining us on this Thursday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Elisa Gale. Our top story at 4, 18 cases closed now. DC police saying they have a suspect in custody connected to almost 20 robberies along the Metropolitan Branch Trail in Northeast Washington.
Our Randy Bass is there this afternoon where police just announced that arrest. Randy, what do we know about all of the robberies along the trail?
Yeah, Mark and Elisa, this section of the Metropolitan Branch Trail runs through a more secluded, isolated industrial section of Northeast DC. Right along these train tracks here, police say it made it the perfect place for these two suspects to strike. Right now, what we know about the case, one 18-year-old suspect is in custody, but police are saying a pair of suspects are connected to 18 separate armed and unarmed robberies here along the Metropolitan Branch Trail. Officers say it all started last month with reports of two suspects stealing iPhones, asking victims to unlock them and give them up. 2 days ago, police got 2 calls for robberies within minutes of each other right by where we're at now. They had already had officers here in unmarked cars surveilling the area. Those officers were able to find one of the suspects and connect him to this recent string of robberies, using what the 5th District Commander calls intelligent policing to find the suspects and identify a pattern.
It has to be a multi-level approach because it's not always going to be a robbery occurs, there's an officer there like on TV and they chase him and they arrest him. It's really got to be looking at the data and trying to say, hey, do we think this is the same people? How can we see that? Can we prove it? And if so, what do we need to do?
Especially when it gets darker outside earlier, you just try to hang around other people if you can. The strength in numbers, even if you don't know them. Other than that, just use common sense. I mean, I don't bring any valuables out with me when I'm out walking.
Yeah, you just heard from that biker on how he stays safe on the trail, and that is exactly what police say you should do. Police out here again tonight surveilling this area just as they're trying to maintain a presence out here. As for that one suspect that's already in custody, officers tell us he's expected to go before a judge tomorrow. The second suspect still out there. Police are still looking for more information in this recent string of robberies. Anybody with any information at all is urged to get in contact with detectives. Live in Northeast, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Also in the district right now, DC police and the FBI are investigating a carjacking involving an FBI agent yesterday afternoon. It happened on 12th Street just before 4 o'clock. Officials say 2 suspects carjacked that agent at gunpoint while he was getting out of his vehicle. They then drove off and the car was recovered later that day. The FBI is now offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to an arrest. And an update tonight, the ATag and pilot program in the district is now in its second phase. They will be distributed on December 5th and December 6th from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at RFK Stadium Lot 3, which is located at 1900 East Capitol Street Northeast. This comes as DC police are finding ways to address the rise in car thefts.
And to an update this afternoon on the battle for FBI headquarters. The Inspector General for the General Services Administration announced a review of the decision to relocate FBI headquarters to Maryland over Virginia. Acting Inspector General Robert Erickson wrote a letter to Virginia Senator Mark Warner. The letter says the probe will look into the agency's process and procedures for the site location. DC News Now's Leonard N. Fleming spoke to Senator Warner today, and we'll have much more coming up on DC News Now at 4:30. Well, switching gears, a live look outside this afternoon. It's still a little bit chilly, but not nearly, Annalisa, as cold as it was for the last couple of days.
Yes, we felt a bit of relief there, Damon, so that was nice.
Yes, finally a jump in the right direction today. We finally escaped this cold snap that we've had for most of this week, really. And we also had those cold temperatures to start out our day this morning. Parts of northern Virginia still reached down into the teens as we woke up and started this Thursday. We did have some locations like Frederick, D.C. as well get a lot closer to that freezing mark, not nearly as cold. And then that led into these temperatures that we are still experiencing out there at this hour, where we climbed into the 50s for the most part. D.C. sitting at 52, Frederick 57, and then even as you go back toward the Shenandoah Valley, Woodstock, Virginia, 59 degrees. What a change of pace from the last few days. Many of us continuing to have temperatures 15 to 20 degrees warmer. And I know the 50s aren't exactly warm, but it's a major improvement after all the chill we've been experiencing. So as we move along throughout the rest of this evening, folks, it's going to be a rather pleasant, quiet one as temperatures will slowly fall back down into the 40s by the 7 o'clock hour. And we're not going to see a major drop off in those temperatures even as we go later in the night. So you'll just have to have a jacket, but not one of the heavier ones this time around, as it will turn out to be a very nice end to this Thursday. Now, as we get into the day on Friday, though, it looks to get a little unsettled as some rain showers pop back up. We'll time out when you can expect some of that soggy weather coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, happening now, the annual National Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony is underway with performances, families, and even the first family later this evening around 6 p.m. That crowd is filing in for President's Park for this annual event again in a couple of hours. DC News Now's Dave Laval joining us live. Dave, already starting to see people sitting behind you there. How's it looking?
Well, good afternoon to you, Annalisa. Right now, things are looking pretty good. The winds are pretty calm. Everybody is in a good mood, and we're just waiting for the big event, which should take place in just under 3 hours from now. As you mentioned, the first family is expected here. They're among the estimated 11,000 people who will gather to see the national Christmas tree lit. Now, you may recall there had been some concern earlier this week whether we'd actually have this event. Strong winds knocked the tree over on Tuesday. Fortunately, crews were able to use a crane to get the tree stood upright. It's now fully decorated, and we'll be able to see how it looks when the first family turns on the lights, as we said, in just a few hours. This year's tree is a 40-foot Norway spruce from the Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia. It replaces the one planted 2 years ago. That tree developed needle cast, a fungal disease that causes needles to turn brown and fall off of it. Tonight's ceremony continues the tradition started way back on Christmas Eve 1923 with then President Calvin Coolidge. The official ceremony gets underway at 6 o'clock, and we've been told it should run for at least an hour. We're live at the National Christmas Tree Lighting at President's Park. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thank you. It's always a fun event, one of my favorites. We'll talk to you again at 5. Well, now to a DC News Now exclusive. In August, we told you about the scary uptick in near misses on runways at DC area airports, and the Federal Aviation Administration announced it would hold runway safety meetings across the country to figure out what is happening on the tarmac there, leading to those near collisions.
And now DC News has obtained data that indicates part of the issue may be up in the air traffic control towers. Air traffic controllers at both Reagan National and Dulles International airports have been clocking thousands of overtime hours.
Haley Milon was on Capitol Hill today, where experts urge Congress to address the staffing shortages.
It means 10-hour workdays, 6-day work weeks, and not enough breaks. And experts say that the planes flying in and out aren't getting the attention that they need.
Sometimes you slip. Most jobs you can have a slip and it's not a problem. Our slip could be deadly.
High stakes and no margin for error. Rob Speck retired from the FAA last December after 2 decades working in towers and as a supervisor. He says the FAA has never had enough staff.
You know, if someone's asking for specific routing or someone's asking for some additional stuff, sometimes you have to deny it.
Enough is enough. We need staffing, we need hiring.
During a Thursday House subcommittee hearing on aviation, Rich Santa, the president of the National Association of Air Traffic Controllers, told lawmakers current staffing conditions are abysmal. Data obtained by DC News Now show that workers at DCA worked about 1,200 overtime hours in 2021. That number ballooned to more than 6,500 overtime hours in 2022. And as of September of this year, overtime hours outpaced last year's. At the Dulles Tower, the numbers are less staggering, but the controllers are on pace to work 2,200 hours of overtime this year. In August, the FAA announced a series of runway safety meetings to address a concerning number of near misses on runways across the nation. Speck says there's a number of factors. Experienced controllers working demanding schedules and unrealistic demands on inexperienced controllers.
They might not have the length of training they actually should have had and get pushed through a little quick.
And then factor in the elements.
If the traffic isn't bad and it's a beautiful, clear day, it's not a problem. But on a day you might get severe thunderstorms in the area and you're having to reroute a bunch of traffic, you might not have the bodies to get in there and really do it successfully.
The FAA hasn't responded to our request for comment about staffing at DC area airports. Congress has just about 4 weeks until December 31st to pass a reauthorization bill of the FAA. Reporting from Loudoun County, Haley Mylon, DC News Now.